Om Bhadrang Karnevi Srinyama Bhadrang Pashimakshavirya Jatra Sthirairangai Sastavam Sastanomi Vyaseva Deva Hitam Yadayo Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Oh Lord, for these moments that I sit in front of you, let me see you as that all-pervading, all-powerful, all-knowing God. And let me hear the songs that faith and devotion be as a peak performance, not just for now, but all the time, because I recognize and realize that spiritual life is not a part-time profession, but a full-time preoccupation, meaning all times you should be. I must show attention and importance to you, not attention and importance to your manifested universe, because that is the illusion. Help me to come out of the illusion that you have created. And let all my faculties, my hands, my legs, my mouth, and everything be for the welfare of the world. Let me collaborate with you to sustain this universe and to bring everyone to that point of God realization. As Swami Parameshananda would have said, what is the goal of life? Self-realization, universal emancipation. Let us all today, individually, let us go put attention and importance to our relationship with God. Let us rediscover that we are that consciousness. Om Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Well, yesterday morning we did a nice lengthy satsang. This morning we want to continue with Bhagavad Gita, and I got so many phone calls that people relate to that chapter 2 from verse 54 to 72, and they relate to it because it's very relevant to their lives. So again, revisit whatever we're doing, revisit them, master them, and let them be part of your life. This morning we'll be doing chapter 12, and we want to build our devotion. And in this chapter, like devotion, let's start out. And Arjuna vacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvam paryupashate ye chapaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yuga vittama. And Arjuna is asking, O Krishna Bhagavan, of these two, those ever steadfast devotees who worship thee, and those who worship the imperishable, unmanifested Brahman, who is the superior? In other words, our ritualistic Hinduism and our monastic Hinduism. What has been created, the whole of the universe, that is the that's the Arjuna is asking, which one is better? To worship the imperishable God without name and form, or to worship God with name and form? And The Lord is giving the answer. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Vesho Mano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upashate Sradhaya Paryopetas Teme Yuktatmata. Those whose minds are attuned to me in earnest love and who worship me with supreme faith are deemed by me to be the highest among the devotees. The Lord continues, Yetu sarvani karmani Mai sanyasa matpara ananyena yogena mam dayanta upashate. They lay all their actions on me, are intent on me, worship and meditate on me with unswavering devotion. Tesham aham samudarta mrityu sansara sagarat bhavami nachirat parta maya veshita chetasam. But those who, surrendering all their actions to me, meditate on me and worship me with single-hearted devotion, and whose thoughts are centered on me, O Arjuna, I rescue these dedicated devotees from the ocean of birth and death, of sansar. Maya vesho mano adatsva mayeva manadhatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya divashyasi mayeva ata urvam na samsayam. So do thou fix thy mind on me, O Arjuna. Rest thy reason in me. Hereafter, doubtlessly, you shall dwell in me. You shall be one with me. Om atachitam samadatum nasaknosi maistiram abhyasa yogino tatto mamipchaptum dhananjaya. O Arjuna, if thou failest to fix thy mind steadfastly on me, sorry about that phone call. Arjuna, if you failest to fix thy mind steadfastly on me, then by practice of concentration, seek to reach me. So he's continued, the Lord is giving us instructions. Abhyasa piya samartosi mat karmo paramo bhava maratam api karmani kurvam siddhim avapsyasi. If you fail even to carry out this practice, give yourself up to me, my service. Then you will attain perfection if you only perform actions for my sake alone. Om adveshta sarva bhutanam maitri karuna evacha nirmamo nirahanka sashanti sukakshame. He who bears no enmity towards any form of life is friendly towards all, gracious, generous, free from feelings of possessiveness and arrogance, is not swayed by either intoxicated pleasures during good days and revenge-seeking depression during bad days. He easily forgives and is ever concentrated, poised as he is in a state of harmony, dedicated to and intent upon me. He is firm in his principles and beliefs. Such a devotee is indeed very, very dear to me. Om Yasmin no dvijate loko yan no dvijate chaya Harsha Marsha Bayodvigdir Muktoya Sacha Me Priya. Such a person who does not offer provocation to the world and who is not provoked by the world, who is free from elation, envy, anxiety and fear, is very dear to me. Om Anapeksha Shuchiridaksha Udasino Gatavyata Sarvaramba Parityagi Yomad Bhakta Same Priya. He who expects nothing is pure, efficient, impartial, undisturbed, and has renounced attachment to all action. Such a devotee is very dear to me, O Arjuna. Samasatru cha metri cha tata mana pamanayo sitasna sukadukteshu samasangha vivarjita. He who is alike to foe and friend, to good and evil, in cold and heat, pleasure and pain, is free from detachment. Oh, tulya ninda stutir mauni santasto yena kenachit aniketa stiramatir bhaktiman me priyo nara. He who holds equal blame or praise, who is silent, restrained in speech, and content with anything that comes his way, who has no fixed abode and is form in mind, is devoted and dear to me. Om Yetu dharmamritam idam yatoktam paryapashate sradhaya mat parama bhaktaste ativa me priya. O Arjuna, endowed with faith and solely devoted to me, those who pursue this immortal dharma, as set forth above, are devotees who are extremely dear to me. So devotees, this morning, as I take some two verses from chapter 12, and it's very revealing. But there's one that I always like to bring to the presence, and it's chapter 12, verse 12. I leave it for the last. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasach jnana dhyanan vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagas tyagakshantiranantaram. O Arjuna, better than practice is knowledge. Better than knowledge is meditation. And better than meditation is performing service on my behalf. Because when you do things for the welfare of the world, not for yourself, instantaneously you will get that blissful feeling. This morning we'll be doing the Aarati, and it's so relevant that again, I want to remind you that we have to surrender ourselves. Who is your deity of choice? It doesn't matter. For us, the BHARAT SEVASHRAM saying Swami Parameshananda, the Murti on the altar. And we have Krishna Bhagavan here, we have Lord Shiva, and we have Bhagavan Buddha. These are all credible and manifestations of consciousness. So we'll be doing the Aarati, we'll be doing the cleansing, and then the Abhishek, very gracefully, and washing the feet of the Guruji, of God. And then we put chandan and perfume and flower, and then we'll be chanting mantras as we do Aarati. Karajaya Guru. The agarbatti I'll be using is corresponding to the earth. And in my body, it's smell. The sense organ is smell. And oh Lord, as I wave this agarbatti, take away the sense of this unruly sense of smell that I have, that when I smell something, I want to eat it, not be mindful of my body, that it will destroy it. And smell also can invoke lust and greed and anger. So let's surrender that to you. And then I'll be doing the light, which is correspond to my eyes and the sense, and the sense will be seeing. Oh Lord, I will see so many things in this world. Let me be discerning and let not be fooled by the glamour and glitter of this world. Let me see in all of your creation. Let us see mothers and fathers to be your manifestation, and every human being you are living in every human being. And then we'll be taking the water in the shell, and water corresponds with the taste, the saliva in the mouth. And let me also control the sense of taste. And then I will be doing the Trishul, that, oh Lord, I want to surrender my innate qualities, these tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. And I can do that through my yoga asanas and meditation. So I recommend that every morning you do some sort of yoga asana and meditation. So this way, when you exit your body and you go into the earth atmosphere and then into space, you'll be leaving these three qualities behind. So that's why we do the Trishul. And then I'll be doing the fan, and the fan signifies air. Air is touch, and the skin is what takes that sense and sends it to the brain. And then we're going to be offering earth, water, fire, air, and space. Now in the shell, there's space in the shell, and I want to hear good things. I want to hear your glorification. So devotees, when we do the flower is a sense of royalty and also to worship. So this morning, let us surrender our mind through our five senses, through these five items that we'll be offering. And let's do the cleansing. Om. 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 Om Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jale asmin snanidhim kuru. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhasa Pushkarani cha Tirtanyatani Punyani Kale Bhavantuha. We make this place of pilgrimage with those mantras. Now we cleanse the inside by sipping the water. Om Amrito Pasternamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yasha Srimaye Srayatam Swaha. You can join me in Mansika Puja as I go along. Washing the hand. Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya. Apo Bhavanta Pitaye Shanno Ravi Sravantunam. Touching the various organs with the right hand and watering the left. Om Vak Vak. Om Prana Prana. Om Chakshu Chakshu. Om Srotram Srotram. Om Nabhi. Om Hridayam. Om Kantaha. Om Siraha. Om Bahobhyam Yashubalam. Om Karatala Karaprishte. Mantra to say that we are coming from that consciousness, and the consciousness is in us. If you take away that consciousness we came from, we are consciousness, because consciousness cannot be divided. That's where we came from. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Sahasra Shirisha Purushaha Sahasrakshu Sahasrapat Sabhumin Sarvato Sritva Atyatishta Dashangulam. Om Sarvataha Pani Param Tat Sarvato Akshi Shiro Mukam Sarvataha Sruti Maloke Sarvamavritya Tishtati. Om Jyoti Shama Pita Jyoti तामसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्याविष्ठितम् ॐ गतिर्भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निवासो शरणं सुरे प्रभवा प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमभयम् ॐ त्वमादिदेवा पुरुषो पुराण त्वामस्या विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमभयो स्वस्वतो धर्मगुप्त सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे ॐ पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वामस्य पूज्यस्य गुरुर्गर्यं न त्वत्समोऽस्ति अभ्यादिक कुतोऽन्यो लोकत्रयी अप्यातिमं प्रभावो करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा गुरु ॐ शिवा गुरु ॐ शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा गुरु ॐ शिवा गुरु ॐ शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु ॐ करो जया शिवा Karo Jaya Guru Om, Karo Jaya Shiva Om, Om Karo Jaya Guru Om, Karo Jaya Shiva Om, Om Karo Jaya Guru Om, Karo Jaya Shiva Om, Om Karo Jaya Guru Om, Karo Jaya Shiva Om, Om Karo Jaya Guru Om, Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om Ajnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. O Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Deva Niranjana Gururvakyam Sara Satyam Satyameva Paramam Param. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Pitri Matri Surira Bandhu Vidyatirtani Devata Natulyam Guruna Segram Sparshayet Paramam Param. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Dhyana Murtim Dantwatitam Gagan Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham. Om Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvara Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Bola Sisi Guru Maharaj Ki Jai, Shankar Bhagwan Ki Jai, Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai, Sat Santan Ki Jai, Jai Sitaram. You know, this time we're heading for a very difficult time, and Swami Guru Maharaj would have, in his Shangavani, he would have said, what are real assets? Self-confidence, self-reliance, and self-respect. What are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. Now these two things, they go hand in hand in the sense one is the opposite of the other. That in this time we have to avoid thoughts that weaken us. We know what they are because when we think of something bad, we know exactly what we're doing. And if we perpetuate it, then it goes into words and then it goes into actions. And this is the real sin that we are incorporating, that we are getting weak knowing very well that we're doing something wrong. If we want to be strong, then we have to do the right things. Think, speak, and do the right thing. This self-confidence, self-reliance, we're building that through our Aarati, by listening every morning, listening to pravachan and reading text. And that will carry us through this time of COVID, because it's resurging in America. Thanksgiving is coming, it's a big holiday in America, and Christmas and holidays all over the world. So we have to rethink and change for this year at least, that we have to be within the household. Even close relatives and brothers and sisters, if you bring him into the crowded place, they're non-symptomatic. We may have the virus, but it is not showing up. So if we really love our dear ones and near ones, then we have to protect them. So let us follow the rules, the guidelines that are being given to us by the experts, the scientists, and let us make these holiday season very good. This is a good thought, and this morning we leave with that. And have no fear, just do the right thing. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Surrender to the altar.